Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our Natural Living Club event. I'm so excited that you're here. We're going to be talking about some essential oils that are perfect for Virgo season. If you're into astrology, amazing. If it's not your favorite, it's okay. You're still going to learn a lot about some gorgeous essential oils today. So we're going to take some time and go through how to put together different blends, which I'm excited to talk about with you. So today we don't have specific recipes. I'm going to go behind the scenes and show you how aromatherapists put together different blends to help inspire you in your own aromatherapy journey to put together different blends, or just use single essential oils for different reasons and different intentions in your life, just to elevate and just to enjoy greater health and wellness. We're always looking to remove toxins from our lifestyle, and essential oils are a really great way to do that because you can make so many things in your household. You can replace so many synthetic, chemically processed, and chemical filled ingredients or different products with your own DIY solutions. So I want to spend a little bit of time welcoming you on this event. So hello, I'm Jenny. I'm your presenter today. We're going to take some time and talk about essential oils for Virgo season. And then I really want to get into and go through in detail the Labor Day sale happening over at Aromatics International. It's one of my very favorite sales of the year. It's such incredible discounts, especially if you're looking to restock on different items or try out new items. It's a great way just to explore around and to have fun with your essential oils and finding new essential oils that are either new to you or new to your blending process. So I'm going to take just a minute and say hello. Hi. I want to say a big hello to all of our, and a big thank you to all of our Aromahead, Aromatics, Natural Living Club teams. It takes a village to do live events. So thank you so much for being here in the comments, for setting up the event, however you've played your part. Thank you so much for doing that. Our very favorite thing, my very favorite thing, is teaching about essential oil work so that you're able to gain one or two or maybe 20 things to incorporate into your own practice of aromatherapy. So I'm so glad that you're here, and I want to say hello. Hello, Angie Peterman. So nice to have you here. Hello, Marcy Jackson. I have Marcy's Aromaspheres we're going to be talking about a little bit in just a little bit. She and her mom made these while they were watching a movie together. I just think it's the sweetest thing. And Marcy and I are still working behind the scenes to get some Aromaspheres to Aromatics International. But until then, I want to just show you different ways you can do passive diffusion with your essential oils. And you don't have to know a lot about essential oils and the chemistry and all of the things to get incredible results from your oils. Of course, the more you know, the better your results will be with your essential oil work. But you can get phenomenal results very early on when you're working with essential oils and natural products. All right, I've got my little lineup here. I'll put that off to the side. Got my inhalers. I've got two little cute bowls. We're going to do some drop by drop blending together. And I've got my lavender here. Okay. Hi, Terry. It's nice to see you. Hello, Raina. We've got hello, Nancy. It's so nice to see all of these very familiar faces and different names popping up. We have so much fun over in our Natural Living Club talking about different things. One of my favorite comments from this week was someone, and I'm sorry that I'm forgetting your name right now, but your comment really stood out to me. And she mentioned, based on the event we did last week, she mentioned, or we actually did 3 events last week, getting back to routine. She mentioned that it just was a light bulb moment for her, thinking about blending common household products like foaming hand soap or different green cleaning products. We made so many things last week, which was so much fun in our Back to Routine series. And with the intention of actual therapeutic purpose behind that blend. So you can make a foaming hand soap. And of course, we all need soap in our bathrooms, in our kitchens, wherever we might be, in our offices, schools, wherever it is. And you can actually blend and use oils intentionally to not only get your hands clean with your Castile soap and your different carriers all of those things, but you can add oils in that not only smell gorgeous altogether, but they are really good for certain intentions. Like you can actually really help lift your potentially seasonal depression or maybe situational anxiety or ongoing of both of those things. Whatever it might be, whether it's to give extra support for cold and flu season, maybe it's allergy relief, whatever it is, you can actually layer in throughout your entire day products with using oils for that very particular intention. So you're able to make your green cleaning products, different skincare routines, different things for your home and environment based on the different therapeutic, different emotional, different energetic things that might be going on in your life right now. So with that, I would love for you to put over in the comments if there is one thing that you would like to think about as you're going into your essential oil work. If there's one thing you would really like to blend for when it comes to all of your products throughout the day, what does that one thing look like for you? You can also put in the word silent if you want to just kind of keep it a secret. Maybe you don't want to tell us here in chat that you're going through a low period of time where you're feeling a little bit more depressed. So you don't have to put in I'm blending for depression, or you can, because I promise you half of us here are doing that exact thing. So feel free to be as open as you would like. What is that one thing you're blending for right now? Maybe it's allergies for you wherever you're watching in your part of the world. Maybe it is back to school, cold and flu, immune support. Maybe it could be anxiety relief from a big change that's happening in your life, either good or bad. Sometimes when something really good happens to me, I still can't sleep at night because I'm just so excited about it. That's fun. So whatever it might be, you can blend for that particular thing. And I'd love for you to put in the comments, what is your one thing in your mind that you are looking to blend for? And even though we're talking about essential oils for Virgo season, each one of these oils have their therapeutic properties. They have their energetic supports to help just boost whatever it is that we're going through. We've got asthma relief. I love that so much. We have skin issues. There you go. I know, especially folks with really sensitive skin, it's an ongoing thing, right? When you're looking at it's incredibly important to remove all of those toxins from our home in terms of our laundry detergents, our soaps, any of those things. When we ask our body to take a synthetic chemical and process it, whether it's just quickly on our hands or whatever it might be, it taxes our body's system just a little bit. It can disrupt our sleep patterns, our hormones. It can disrupt just how our body naturally copes and deals with things. So the more you're able to reach for plants first, the better off and the more effective it can work with your natural, just your bodies. It's a benefit. Essential oils are a benefit for us, just like a fresh apple is a benefit to us, right? Versus something that might be, let's say, an apple flavored Jolly Rancher. Tastes like apple, but it is definitely something our body has to process in a different way than eating a green apple. It's the same when it comes to a synthetic fragrance versus a real from the plant essence. An aroma. It's just an absolute game changer to get onto these. Blending for confidence. I love that. Well, Nina or Nina, we have a whole event where we did blending for vitality and confidence, looking at essential oils for Leo season. So we've got recipes inside of our Natural Living Club, as well as a link to that replay right there. And you can also find it in the replay section of your YouTube channel where you're watching live right now. Hot flash relief. There you go. Oh my goodness. Well, for you, just quickly saying, Bobby, hydrosols for you. You need some hydrosols for hot flash relief. And if you are a Natural Living Club member, we can actually start a thread on I bet we've got some going. Let's go over here. We have so many threads. We've got gold in the comments. I'm going to put in hot flashes or hot flash. Sure, we'll do flashes. I'm in my Natural Living Club. I knew it. I knew we had a whole thread going and different menopausal help with 52 comments. We've got up here from July, hot flash relief, peppermint hydrosol works great. And what I like about the Natural Living Club is it's folks who are coming from all backgrounds with experience around aromatherapy, also experience around herbs. Meredith here is a straight up scientist, which I love so much. And so we've got a wealth of wisdom when it comes to asking questions inside of this group. So if you aren't yet a member, please join us, become a member, because we also want to learn from you and your specific skill set and the wisdom you bring to our group. So you can go in here and search around hot flash relief. And I know that hydrosol is definitely a place to start. And then there's other strategies around hot flashes and managing that that you can really gain benefit from. I bet if we go over here too, there's so many recipes. If we search the blog and recipes around menopause and different blends with that, of course, in your Aroma Head courses, there's different suggestions and recipes and looking for specific chemical components that can really help with those sorts of things. So we have all kinds of help for you if you're looking for hot flash relief. I'm just going to spend a little bit more time here in the comments, and then we are going to get to drop by drop blending today. So there's no set recipe. I kind of want to show you behind the scenes what it looks like when we, as aromatherapists, craft a recipe for a specific intent. We've got, oh, there we go, peppermint hydrosol in front of the fan. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love that. Maybe I have heard, but now it's really sinking in that the fan is a big part of that. So thank you for that. Peppermint hydrosol in front of the fan. There you go. We've got Shop Girl, who is, I see. Yep. I thank you for popping in all of your comments. We do. Thanks, Chris. I knew we had a ton of comments on menopausal relief. I just wanted to kind of confirm that before I just go ahead and make promises about this and promises about that. Chris is saying bug bites and stings, bad wasp summer here. Yes. So, Chris, you over in our Natural Living Club, let me just show you. We have under classroom, we have, we did our back to routine, 3-part series. The very first one was free to anyone to join because we always love to share information. The second 2 events in the 3-part series were closed just for our Natural Living Club members as a special perk, and thank you for being a member. And this back to routine first aid, we have a lot in there on stings and a protocol specifically. If you do have a bee sting, we have a 3-part protocol to go through to really help with that bee sting relief and to heal up as quickly as possible, help that histamine reaction. So if you're in our Natural Living Club, please check that out. And if not, join us and grab that PDF and you'll have recipes to help with that very specific thing. Dee is saying an abundance of peace. I love that. And of course, our essential oils bring so much peace, even if you're looking for an essential oil that is so good for, let's say, mental focus and clarity. Along with that, our plants just bring us peace. And so that's always going to be a side effect of using your favorite essential oils is bringing that abundance of peace. So thank you for popping that in. I love all of these comments. Clary Sage, there you go, works great for hot flashes. And we actually have Clary Sage here in our lineup today to talk about different things. And if you are new to Clary Sage, it is, how shall I say this? It's such a, I want to be very careful how I phrase this. It's such an oil to help with the feminine on every level. And it's such an oil to help with different cycles that we go through in our lives of being female. And of course, men can have such a powerful response to Clary Sage, and it can be so helpful for so many things. But Clary Sage has that reputation of just being right there, holding our hands in the feminine as we go throughout our lives in different ways and different phases. And so if you aren't familiar with Clary Sage, I'll just smell it with you for you right now. And then I'll check to see if it's a part of our aromatics promo. Oh, it's so earthy and beautiful. It comes from the purple flower of the Clary Sage plant. It often grows in the same location that lavender grows in terms of longitude and latitude. And it is stunning and gorgeous, and it blends so well with other oils. It doesn't have, I would say, a super overpowering aroma on its own. And I love oils like that because they really they're just a solid lineup when it comes to creating a unified, more of a synergistic aroma. Whereas sometimes peppermint, is the star of the show. It's peppermint. Or rose is rose. It's a very bold aroma in a good way. And we want that. Clary Sage also is a beautiful aroma, but it can blend into different groups of friends, right? It can go to the mall shopping. It can go into the backcountry hiking and backpacking. It can go visit Paris, up the Eiffel Tower, whatever it is. It can really blend in with different groups of people, aromatically and energetically. So I love that.
And it is part of the Labor Day deal.
And it is a part of the Labor Day buy two get one promotion, which I'm definitely going to go over with you because when you have the right tools, you're going to get phenomenal results. So this is a great time to stock up on different supplies you might need with our collection over at Aromatics International. And of course, each one of these oils tell such a beautiful story. We talked about Engelmann spruce in our final event. Actually, we talked about Engelmann spruce in our green cleaning event. So the first of the three of our three-part series that we did last week. And Engelmann spruce is one of those oils where our distiller for that basically just goes out and sleeps under the stars and waits for trees to either fall down naturally or branches from the wind to blow them over. And he wildcrafts and forages branches that are gifted to the ground. The tree does not need to be cut down fully, and he does that with several different oils. So I just love the plant story behind how it gets from wherever it was, whether it was that Engelmann spruce branch that fell, the distiller went out, wildcrafted, and then is distilling. Once he gets enough of a certain type of tree, then he'll do a run, and then he sends it to us. What's really cool is that Karen has such strong relationships with all of our distillers that often they reach out to her first before any other company, and they'll say, hey, I have 1 kilo of this particular oil. Would you like it? And so Karen is often, almost always, first in line for different small batch runs of different products that are of different essential oils from all over the world. And it's a very, very cool thing. For example, we've talked this summer about our lemongrass rhodinol, and the distiller over in India created and planted, did hybrids of this particular chemotype of lemongrass, which is has more of the chemistry of a lavender and with the different components in it, with the linalool. And it is, or the rhodinol, and it is such a great oil for certain things. And the distiller actually just went out and crafted this oil for us over here at Aromatics, which is a very special thing. So I love the relationship between the plant, between the distiller, the wild crafter, the oftentimes the community of people around the distiller that go out and forage or wildcraft or cultivate, and then that particular batch of plants is distilled down and then sent to us, and then we send it out to you. So it's a really beautiful relationship with every single oil. I could just go on and on about plant stories, and I love plant stories. I think we need a podcast called Plant Stories. All right, let's go back over here. And one thing, you can either pull up another tab, or you can just, after we're done with our live event today, you can go over and check out different things. So this buy two, get one free, we're going to go over it in detail at the end of our time together. But I just wanted you to know that this is going on. It kicked off today, right? It kicked off today, and it goes through midnight Monday, this coming Monday, at midnight Pacific time. So you have time to go through and get everything. One thing that I didn't grab is the Carefree Roll-On. I want to show all of our Natural Living Club members. So any one of you who places an order over at Aromatics, your free Aromatics gift for this particular week, this promotional period, starting now, going through the same time frame as our Aromatics Labor Day promotion through Monday at midnight. Anyone who places an order over $30 will be getting, in the Natural Living Club, you'll be getting a free roll-on, and Devin is sprinting out to the cold room to grab that. It's our Carefree roll-on. I can't wait to show it to you. It's such a fun blend to be working with, specifically selected for our Virgo season. Now, whether you're a Virgo or not, we all have different parts of us that can identify and really relate to our wonderful Virgos. Thank you so much for that. So this is your free gift if you are a Natural Living Club member. And this is a blend of different essential oils. It's gorgeous. It's called Carefree. It's to inspire and free the mind, which all of us, whatever your season you are exiting and going into. For example, here in our part of the world, we are going into fall. The leaves are starting to turn here where we're at in Montana. We're heading into fall, so it's a perfect time to use this particular blend. and I will unwrap it for you. I want to stay on task here. I've got my notes specifically for that reason. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about our Virgos, and then I want to get into the details of this promotion so you don't miss out on anything. But where I was heading with all of this is you can go and you can search a particular oil, and you can actually pull up all kinds of things about it. Let's start with our Engelmann spruce right here. Specifically because I saw a question in the comments about that. Now, you can go over here to the right of the screen of each product, and you can see if it was wildcrafted, if it was cultivated. You can see the production date. You can check out the shelf life, which we've been talking about this summer. The concept of shelf life and how it's like a stew in your fridge, right? The longer it's in your fridge, the better it gets because all those flavors are going together. It's the same concept with our essential oils, and it's not necessarily like milk and then it just goes off, right? So our essential oils gather richness and body over time. Some essential oils actually need, as soon as they're distilled, they need like a 3-month period. They smell really terrible those first 3 months. And then when they're ready to ship off to you, we've given them that time period to settle in, to just become mature, and it just suddenly turns into this gorgeous, beautiful aroma, and it just builds an intensity in body and gorgeousness, kind of like a fine wine, throughout its shelf life, recommended shelf life, which is determined by chemical components and chemical families and chemistry. And then as soon as it hits that peak of where its shelf life, it's starting to break down, it potentially could oxidize, it's losing its aroma, just like a really fine wine, it'll hit that. And with maybe a week before, it's gorgeous, and then it hits that and it just becomes less beautiful in terms of its aroma, and it starts to decline. Again, much like a fine wine. So I just wanted to, if you're new to us over here at Aromatics, to kind of show you how to navigate the different products. You can go under where it was crafted, the different chemical families, suggested uses right here. Safety and shelf life is so important, especially when you're working with oils topically or around kids or pets or women who are pregnant. And then for all of our essential oils, you can go and find the specific GCMS reports, which if you are familiar with essential oils, you know that every oil has its own chemical profile, and we always run GCMS tests both for purity and to see what chemical components are in there and percentages, so you can view the different reports, click over, which is very awesome, and click into the different GCMS for that particular. Now, a very cool thing is we go through and we take out the different chemical components and list them, and we organize them for you. But don't forget, you can always download the original report for all of our oils. I'll go down here and grab it. And you can see the specific original report that our GCMS lab runs on this particular oil, and you can actually view the reports, raw reports, which is very cool, especially if you're a science nerd, and all of us have a little bit of science nerd in us, which is fantastic. And then again, if that feels, I'll close out Slack here, if that feels overwhelming, we've gone ahead and specifically broken them down and formatted them for our students and our customers so that it's really easy for aromatherapists to search to see, oh, it's high in D-limonene, fantastic. It's high in A-pinene, fantastic, which is such a great combo to be behind both of those. Okay, let's go over to our, I'll let us camp out in our natural living classroom, or actually over in our community. And I'm going to go through some drop-by-drop method when it comes to essential oils. Now, a little bit about our Virgos. And if you're a Virgo, pop in a 1 into our chat. If you're a Virgo, if you know your astrological sign and that's of interest to you, pop in a 1. Or if you know, if you're close to a Virgo, you have a best friend or a relative, you know about these beautiful, incredible humans, which are Virgos, pop in a 2 into the chat. So I have a couple of things I wanted to just say about our Virgos. And even if you aren't a Virgo, or if you are a Virgo, we're in this period of the year where these things are just where we're at with our calendar, routine, right? So Virgos they tend to be very detail oriented and precise, very practical and grounded. I love, love, love. My mom, Karen, has a lot of Virgo in her, and she can really just come through and follow my Aries fire and just kind of organize and ground it as we go. We make a really good team with that. Virgos are often helpful, service oriented, very intelligent. Of course, every sign is very intelligent, but specifically analytical in that very intelligent way, dedicated and hardworking. Now, our essential oils that I've chosen to start to work with for different purposes that we're going to go over in a moment, drop by drop method, is to really bring out and emphasize these really positive traits. Now, Virgos can also, the pitfall of a Virgo, we all have our own challenges that we're working with, right? The pitfall of a Virgo is they can be overly critical of both themselves and others. And it's just something that as we grow and expand in this life, these are just things that we all are working on, but specifically it can be a challenge for a Virgo. Virgos can be worry prone and anxious. And again, the more we grow and evolve as a human, the more we're able to overcome these particular pitfalls, and everyone can relate to being worry prone and anxious. So even if you aren't a Virgo, these oils are going to be helpful for you. Virgos can have difficulty delegating. Sometimes they just want to get in there and do everything themselves, and it can be difficult. Also, because they're a perfectionist, they're gonna do a better job, right? So they can have a hard time delegating different tasks, and so it can be overwhelming sometimes to be a Virgo because they're just gonna try to get everything done. When really it could be really helpful to learn how to say, "Oh, can you go do this for me?" or "Can you go do that?" And then the job gets done, and everyone has less stress and a more peaceful day or experience or adventure, whatever it might be. Sometimes Virgos can have rigid expectations. And again, all of us can have rigid expectations, but particularly Virgos are prone to that. So we're going to talk about 5 different essential oils that can really help with this overcoming and heightening the very positive traits of Virgos. I'm going to hop over here into my comments and see where we're at with, Christine says, or Chris P says her mom was a Virgo. There you go. Well, my mom has a lot of Virgo in her chart, so we have something in common there. Terry, I was expected to be a Virgo, but procrastinated. I love that so much. All right, there we go. And Lisa's saying, even though I'm not a Virgo, can totally relate. Exactly. All of us can relate to these specific things. And this is kind of the time of year to be focusing on worrying less, to be looking at maybe delegating as we're getting back into routine. We need to delegate lunch prep or meal prep or chores around the house. All of us can have these particular positive traits and things to work on and overcome. So, okay, we're going to go with our lavender for this particular lineup. Now, lavender is just a gorgeous all-around oil. Some folks don't like the aroma of lavender, which is absolutely your nose and your preference when it comes to aroma. The great thing is there's a million substitutes for lavender, but lavender is unique in that it has that linalool and linalool acetate in it. It is so grounding, and it really helps calm and center. And sometimes our Virgos or Virgo season can be very scattered. We're doing this, we're doing that. We're either into back to school mode, or sometimes back to school triggers back to work or whatever it might be. We're getting back into routine. And so this lavender, it comes through in this time of year to just be so grounding, to be so clarifying, and it can really help for if we're overthinking, and it can really help if we are trying to strive for perfection. So that's one of the reasons I chose lavender for our Virgo lineup today. And again, there are so many different options, and that's exactly why I'm going to show you the drop by drop method, so that you have even more agency and you're able to go through and put together your own essential oil recipes a little bit easier based on what you might be going through or experiencing. I'm going to kind of show you how we put together recipes. All right. Peppermint is so important for so many things. I love, love peppermint. We talked earlier this summer about the beauty of spearmint as well, which could easily fit in this lineup, even though we used it in our Leo presentation on getting even more confidence and experiencing more vibrancy. Peppermint's right up there. It's in the mint family, of course. It's big, it's bold, it's gorgeous, and it's so helpful for so many things. It can really help sharpen the mind. I've got my notes right here. It can really help sharpen the mind. Of course, peppermint's so good for helping with that digestive system, for clearing the mind, for staying really focused, and for just really being refreshing, leading to more clarity around this time of year with both the positives and the pitfalls a Virgo can experience. Okay, we've got our clary sage here. I love clary sage. It's so balancing. It can really help with emotional release. It's gender neutral in that way. It can help with emotional release no matter what kind of body parts you have on you right now. Virgo energy can be very critical, and clary sage just helps with that easing that emotional tension, and really invites intuition. And Virgos are so intuitive, so it really opens up space for a Virgo or someone who's in Virgo times like we are, to just soften that overthinking mind, and to just help us open up our mind and to follow the intuition that we already have in our hearts, which is often how we can thrive the most, is if we're following what specifically is meant for us in this world, right? Not everything is meant for all of us. We are meant to be our own unique person, moving and gliding in this beautiful world. And so these essential oils can help you unlock your unique potential when it comes to what you are supposed to be doing and thriving at in life. All right. It also encourages, clary sage, adaptability, as routine is starting to come with autumn here in our hemisphere. At least we've got a lot of Natural Living Club members all over the world, specifically in New Zealand and Australia. So I always love to say whatever season you're in, because you're here and you're experiencing all seasons. Okay, we are going to grab some rosemary as well. Rosemary really helps with memory and focus and organization, which is, again, the strength of the Virgo season. And it also just can wake us up if we need to just really kick it into gear as we are going into the fall routine here in our part of the world. It can really help us with our concentration and productivity, which who doesn't need more of that? Unless you're a Virgo, you've got a lot of that. All right, and then vetiver. And again, it's so hard to select just 5 different essential oils for a presentation of this nature, because there are just so many amazing options, which is why I love that this is paired with the aromatics promotion, because there are, how many products do we have in that collection?
250.
Over 250 products that are eligible for the buy 2, get 1 free, which we'll be going over very shortly. Again, you know I love my vetiver. It's gorgeous. It's so grounding. Specifically, it helps keeps us steady as seasons are changing, either seasons of life or actual seasons of the 12-month calendar, whatever it might be. It can really be so stabilizing and grounding, and it just really pairs well with things like peppermint or lavender, clary sage, rosemary, all of those things. Okay, so I want to give you a little tour of how we do this. And I didn't make recipes on purpose for you, because I want to show you how we do this as aromatherapists. So let's say we need an intention. Let's pop it into chat. So based on, let's look at the potential pitfalls of being a Virgo. And again, I want to stay as positive as possible, but sometimes we have tendencies for pitfalls as humans. We are all humans. So if we are looking at being overly critical, or potentially we're worrying too much, maybe we're having difficulty delegating, maybe we are doing some self-sacrificing, some burnout, we're just staying up really late, just doing all of the laundry when we could have asked a significant other or a child or a roommate to help out. Maybe we have very rigid expectations. Whatever we should blend for, pop in what you would like. us to blend for, and then we're going to put together an inhaler blend for that specific thing. So just pop in if you want to make an inhaler blend. If you are experiencing, maybe you're overly critical, maybe you are worrying, maybe you are having difficulty delegating, maybe you're self-sacrificing or burning out, maybe you have rigid expectations. So pop that in. I'll give you just a minute or two, and we'll just randomly choose one and we'll blend for that specific intention. We're going to do a drop by drop blend into these cute little cups that I found in Karen's office. Karen is here with us. She is up at the lake. Our whole family has been doing a vacation up at the lake. This particular lake is Holland Lake here in Montana, and it's just so gorgeous. She says a big hello, and I was chit-chatting with her about these oils on my way over to the studio today. After I'm done presenting, I'm going to head back up to the lake and hang out with her. Okay. Overly critical. Angie, thank you for popping that in. Let's make a blend for being overly critical. So based on our lavender right here, our vetiver, our peppermint, our clary sage, and all of these oils would be really good. Now, there is power in just using an inhaler with a single oil. You don't always have to make a blend. Maybe you just absolutely love peppermint. You love peppermint. Well, just make a blend with just peppermint, or make up an inhaler with just peppermint. Typically, we would do 15 to 18 drops of a combination or of a single essential oil. I am going to choose blue since I'm wearing green. That way we can kind of see the color even better. Now I've got my blue right there. No, let's go pink, because I see in this container I've got a pink butt to this inhaler, and I definitely want one of those. Okay, so I've got my pink inhaler right here. For this, I'm going to use my polyester wick, although if you get a pack of inhalers, which is a part of the buy two, get one free deal we have over with our Labor Day promotion sale at Aromatics, the pack comes with organic cotton or a polyester wick. You get to choose which one you want. Okay, so I've got my supplies for an inhaler. I want a total of 15 to 18 drops. Now, this is where personal preference comes in. All of these oils are going to be so good for, where did it go, Angie? Up here, for being overly critical. I think that's what we said. All of these oils are going to be so good for being overly critical, which means we need to use a combination of these oils that is specific to either your own nose, because all of these are going to help therapeutically and energetically with overthinking, with being overly critical. You just need to come up with your own combination of what you're looking for. So I've got my piece of paper over here to show you how to do drop by drop method, because it's important to keep track. I've got my pen. We're just going to do this together. So first of all, you know, if you've been involved with our courses over at the Aromahead Institute, or if you have been in our live events, Karen and I both love to do the initial run through. If we have a hunch about a blend we think we're going to love, we love to smell the caps all together. So for this, I have a hunch. Carmen Sandiego here. I have a hunch that I'm going to really love vetiver. And then Devin, if you have access to a pipette, I keep forgetting that I took the orifice reducer off of vetiver a couple weeks ago when I was doing a live event, because it can get thick and resinous, and it has, which is great. I just need a pipette. It might be in the storage room too. Perfect. I've got my pipette, so I'm ready to go. So I have a hunch that I'm going to want vetiver in here. It's grounding. If I'm being overly critical of something in my life, maybe it's even myself, I want that vetiver. I want to ground. I want to put in roots to whatever problem is going on. Oh, it is so good for that emotional stability to really just kind of keep me on track. Now, I want vetiver to shine through. I could put peppermint in potentially. We've been talking about clary sage, so I'm going to grab clary sage. For an inhaler, I like to use 3 oils if I'm blending. You can use 4. You can use 5, you can use 2, you can use 1. I can make an entire inhaler just with 15 drops of vetiver if I wanted to do that. So I'm going to I have a hunch here that I'm really going to love vetiver, clary sage. I'm going to smell those 2 together. Oh yeah, I definitely want to use vetiver and clary sage. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put down overly critical. So I know the intention of my blend. This is an inhaler blend. And I know I need 15 to 18 drops. I like to do 15, but you can take it up to 18 if it's going to do, if it's going to create an aroma. Because again, these are like friends going out to lunch. If you go out to lunch with your mom or your best friend or whoever it is, each combination of people creates a different lunch experience. That's the exact same concept with our essential oils. When you invite them to come and help whatever it is you have going on, it's going to create a different experience aromatically and energetically based on who you invite into that inhaler for whatever it is you're blending for. And for us, we are overly critical in this scenario. So we have our inhaler blend. I need my 15 to 18 drops. And I'm just writing this down on my piece of paper. And again, this is how we as aromatherapists, this is the down and dirty of blending in your kitchen or in your, wherever you might be. So I know that I want, based on just smelling the caps, I know that I want vetiver. So I'm writing down vetiver. I know based on smelling the caps of vetiver and clary sage together, I want clary sage in here. We need to figure out our third friend we're going to invite to this inside of this inhaler. Now, again, they're all going to be great, so great for that being overly critical. So now we're just coming up with a blend that we love the aroma of. Now, for you, it could be totally different. Maybe you're going to start with peppermint. Maybe you're going to go with lavender, whatever it is. But for me, this is just what's calling out to me right now. I've got those two caps. I could absolutely do 7 drops of vetiver and 7 drops of clary sage, equal parts, and it would be a gorgeous inhaler. This would be such a great gift to give to somebody. Although if you give them an inhaler for being overly critical, you might want to name it something different. You can absolutely make inhalers for people covertly where you think they need to work on something, but I wouldn't call it the overly critical relief inhaler. I'd call it something else. All right, there we go. I love those two together. So now we need our third friend. Let's try rosemary. I'm wondering if it's going to overpower the clary sage completely, but let's see. It does, but I want to use rosemary. I love this. So I'm going to have my 2 caps right here. And I'm going to take the rosemary down a little bit. That's it. So I've got my hunch confirmed. Now I'm going to write rosemary, and there's different types of rosemary. For this particular one, we are using rosemary chemotype camphor. Now, not only is it going to help with our overly critical mindset to help us relax and usher in grace for whatever is happening around us, the camphor component in here is so good for just kind of any sort of headache or pain you might be experiencing. Of course, all of these oils have their energetic highlight, and they have their emotional highlight, and they have their physical highlight, what they can do really well. And we have all of that. We have a lot of it over on our aromatics website. Of course, if you want to do that deep dive into how to put these together, you're going to want to go through our AromaHead courses over at aromahead.com. Okay, so I've got my 3 oils I want to work with. So let's go ahead and blend them. I'm going to turn them around. I can hear Devin telling me to turn them around so we can see what's happening. I want my vetiver, I want my clary sage, and I want my rosemary. Because smelling those caps, I just know it's going to be an aromatically pleasing blend. Not all oils play well together aromatically, but most do. I created a blend. Well, I didn't create it. I had a hunch. So I smelled the caps together. It smelled just like beef jerky. Like exactly like beef jerky. That's not what we want necessarily in a blend, unless it's Halloween or someone in your life loves beef jerky. Maybe you have a husband who loves beef jerky and you're going to make a blend that he actually will smell, and that might be for you. But for most people, you don't want your blend to smell like beef jerky. This does not at all. It comes together so well. The oils, the aromas are dancing, they're playing, they are just loving each other. So let's go ahead and figure out how many drops of which oil to do. So I know for my rosemary, I want the least amount of that because it's a very strong aroma. I want it to balance with the others, right? So I'm going to start in my little bowl here. I'm going to start with my pipette, with my vetiver, and let's go ahead and do a baseline of 4 drops. I want a base of 4 drops. I'm gonna go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it like that. So now with my vetiver, I'm writing down 4 dashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for my 15 drops, I know that I need 11 more drops. So we're gonna go in and now do equal parts of our clary sage. Checking in on our comments here. All right. Equal parts of our clary sage into our drop by drop method bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5, so I'm going to write that down. That is really beautiful. I've got my 5 drops of clary sage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to start with 2 drops of rosemary. I got 3. That's fine. Just make sure you write it down. Rosemary. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I am up to 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm up to 12 total drops. And so I have some room to work with here, but it's getting tight. That is really beautiful. Now, I've got enough rosemary at the 3. So what I'm going to do, I love doing Aroma Math Live is never my favorite. So it just means this says how much I love you that I'm showing you the process of what it is like. This is just what it is to do your Aroma Math when you're doing drop by drop blending and you're crafting a blend for yourself or someone you love. So we've got a total of 9 drops, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I've got 12 total drops in here. I don't want to do any more rosemary. And I have room, I have 3 more drops I could do, or I could take it up to the 18, but I'm going to stick with the 15. So I want to do 2 more drops of vetiver. And you know, I think I want to do the rest vetiver. I'm in a vetiver mood today. So I've got 12 total drops. I have 4 drops of vetiver. I have 5 drops of clary sage. I have 3 drops of rosemary. So now let's just take this up. I'm going to do 3 more drops of my vetiver. 1, 2, 3. That's going to give me a total of my 15 drops, and that's going to be I think, wonderful. Now we do have 3 more drops we can work with if we need to change the overall aroma. Should I move something? Here, let's do that. Front and center here. All right. 1, 2, 3. I just really feel this is it. Oh yeah, that is really good. And this is often how it goes too. I'm gonna go over here. I just want a little bit more floral. Oh man, I'm gonna put lavender. I'm gonna do 2 drops of lavender. So we're gonna have a total of 17 drops in this blend. 2 drops of lavender. I just have a feeling that's gonna send it over the top. Oh my goodness, yeah, I just know that's it. That's our blend. Yep, it's gorgeous. Not only do I feel immediately happier because I love how these are playing together, but they're all formulated, they're all specifically chosen so that I am not being overly critical. And also the therapeutics of all of these oils are so good for just helping with that mental stability, helping with that grounding, and all of these oils are pretty good for pain. Really good for pain. Okay, so now that I've got my drops in there, I'm going to carefully, I don't want to waste a single drop of this vetiver. And I can go ahead for our Natural Living Club members, I'll write out this recipe nicely and I'll post it inside of our Natural Living Club. I'll pin it to the top of our discussion threads. We have so many discussions going. I'll pin it to the top with details of the Aromatics promo, specifically how to get your free roll-on, which is any order over $30, we'll put in a free roll-on of our Carefree blend. So I'll put those details in Natural Living Club and post it to the top along with the recipe. Okay, so now I've got my wick here. Now, if I was a Virgo, I would have grabbed my tweezers, but I'm an Aries and I did not grab tweezers, and that's fine. I'm going to show you what to do if you didn't grab tweezers. So for me, I don't mind, and we all have our personal preferences with this. My skin is not very sensitive, or it tends to be, I can touch the oils quickly and it's no problem for me. And so if you want to be very careful though, or you just want to take extra precaution because these are very strong oils, you can take a tweezer and move it all around. It's already soaking up onto this wick. I actually don't know that I need to touch the oil at all because it's soaking up like a cotton ball. But I just want to make sure I get every single thing. Now, if I already knew my recipe ahead of time, I could have just dropped this straight into the inhaler. There we go. That's where it's at. Okay, I'm going to put on the end of my inhaler, snap it into place. Devin, can you hand me the lotion over there? I'm going to kind of show you. Thank you, Devin. I'm going to show you what to do if you do touch oil like that. I just like to take some lotion on my hand pretty quickly and just rub it all in. That way, even though I'm not too sensitive, it's just a good rule of thumb not to have the oils on your skin undiluted. And so that for me was fine with my comfort level of 3 seconds on my fingers. I don't think it's doing anything, especially there's no phototoxic oils in here. We're all good to go. It smells so good. Smells so good. So after this, I'm going to come up with a creative name. If you want to help me come up with a creative name, you can put it into the comments. I don't want to call it overly critical inhaler relief, but that's what it is. So let's come up with a creative name for this so that when I grab it and use it, just like that. Oh my goodness. This is one of my new favorite inhaler recipes. Maybe I'm being overly critical and I need to evaluate and go journal about that. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's come up with a name for it together. And then I'll put that name, pop that name in our NLC recipe. I love this so much. Okay, so if you are a Natural Living Club member, you know that we love doing free gifts regularly throughout the month. So your free gift, I just put lotion on. How is that? And I'm going to get this, I'm going to unwrap this so you can smell it with me. I can smell it and tell you all about it. All right, I'm unwrapping this. This is one of our in-house blends that Karen has come up with. I love my mom's blends so much. She's got a fabulous nose, just one of the best ever in the whole world. Of course, I'm biased. She's my mom, but I truly think so. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this on. Now I would go wash my hands if I wanted to just see what this was like all by itself. But this is, again, your behind the scenes look of what it is to be an aromatherapist. And sometimes you just don't have that opportunity. So I'm going to roll this on. Oh, I love that. It is so nice. Again, this is formulated to inspire and free the mind. This is your free gift. If all you need to do is be a Natural Living Club member, you can sign up today. We have links for you in the comments of where you're watching. This is your free gift. 10 ml roll-on. Oils already in a carrier. Let's go over. I want to show you. I need my reading glasses to read it exactly. And I have in my mind almost all of the oils, but I want to read it so I want to make sure I'm getting the blend very accurately for you. So Carefree blend, a $21 value, free to you on any order over $30. And again, it's combinable with the promotion we have going on. So just make sure you get your buy two, get one free order in there, and I'll model how that works for you in just a moment. And then this will be your free gift. And of course, on any order over $30, which you'll easily get with this promotion going on, we'll give this to you for free. So in this Carefree blend roll-on, formulated to inspire and free the mind, we've got bergamot here in this particular blend. We've got wild orange essential oil in this blend. We've got patchouli in this blend and neroli in this blend. And all of those oils are in our base carrier of jojoba oil, and it's gorgeous. It's great to have in your purse to use really quickly. It's a gorgeous blend. And again, it's our free gift to any of our Natural Living Club members. So there you go. Okay, so I want to take a second and we're going to go from essential oils for Virgo season. now that we've formulated together, I want to just show you when we do our recipes, when we do our PDFs, when we put blends together, I want to just show you that drop by drop method so that you can feel even more comfortable doing it for yourself at home with the oils you have, or getting more oils to incorporate into your blends. I don't know what which switch means, but now I want to know, Teresa. I'm going to go back through and read the comments. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, so now I am going to go over and show you how this promotion works at it's our Labor Day sale. It's one of my very favorite sales of the whole year over Aromatics International. So this pop-up will happen, or I can exit out and go up here to buy two, get one free. We have over 250 products eligible for this promotion. All you need to do is put in the code Labor Day 25. Here we go. So I can go down here and I can do a quick ad, or I can go in and read all about it. So let's go ahead and read all about it when it comes to Rav and Sarah. Why not? And then I'll kind of show you how this works. So I can read all about it. I can see its shelf life, where it's coming from. I can go down here to therapeutic properties. Also, there are recipes. You can, if you would like to use our formulated recipes for you, there's recipes right here so you know how to use your oil, and you can go ahead and add it. I think I want 18 mil. Let's do that. All right, 18 mil, add to cart. I'm going to show you what this looks like. So now I'm going to go back over here to buy two, get one free. Now remember, you need to put 3 products at least in your cart, and then you will get one of the products free. So let's say I'll show you how this works. Let's go back over here. Let's add lemon in. I'm gonna do a quick add. Sure, let's do 18 ml. Add in my lemon. Okay, I've got 2 products in there. What's gonna happen? Let's do another one. All right, I need jojoba. Jojoba is so good for so many things when it comes to being a carrier, because it matches the same kind of cerebum as your skin. So it really helps the oils get into your skin in a really nice way. And it's a gorgeous product. I can either click in here and read all about it. We have so much great information about each one of our products. I'm gonna add an 8 ounce into my cart. Okay, let's go to checkout here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put in, I've got to use my code, which is Labor Day 25. I'm going to apply. Now, when I do that, look up here. So I've got 3 products in there. The least expensive of the 3 is your free gift. So I've got a free lemon coming my way, which is an $18 value. It's an incredible sale. So I could put in, let's say, 60 products, and I am going to get 20 of those for free. It's incredible. It's an amazing promotion. So please read through, stock up on what you need. Now, if I was logged in as using the same email for my Natural Living Club login, and the same email as my Aromatics login, it's going to pop in, since I'm over $30, it's going to pop in the free gift automatically. It's like magic. My free gift of the Carefree roll-on, it'll just show up right there like magic. You can, again, I believe it's $79 will get you free shipping. So there's all kinds of perks. $99 will get you free shipping, all kinds of perks for getting in there and taking advantage of the sale, which is pretty cool. Do I need to demonstrate any other aspect?
No, it's just the more you add, the more you get for free.
Yep, the more you add, the more you get for free. It's, again, a great promotion, and it's so much fun to stock up. And I would challenge you to try some products you haven't tried before, because it's really fun to work with a new friend, a new oil. And the more you work with it, the more you can see every single one of these products in the collection is going to help some aspect of health and wellness. So you won't regret getting any of them. And as a reminder, if we have it available to ship out to you, it means everyone in the production process, from the grower to the distiller, everyone along the way, this oil is ready. It's passed all of the sustainability watch list challenges. It is ready. It's good to go. It is fresh, and it's time to use the oil. So I really suggest getting in there and having fun with all of that. All right.
Another thing, you could show that all products have that little flag that are eligible.
Yep. Okay, let's do that. So if I go back here to the buy two, get one free collection, I click on it. Any product with this badge, thank you, up on the in the picture of the product, it's eligible for the buy two, get one free promotion, which is, I mean, again, over 256 products exactly. And you have until Monday at midnight, which is Labor Day here in the US, to use the code Labor Day 25 at checkout to take advantage and to stock up on all of your new favorite things, which is fantastic. All right, I want to head back over here to the comments and check in to see how everyone is doing. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're naming my blend. You're naming my blend. Yes, chillax. I love that. Inner calm. Virgo magic. Lisa, that's calm. You're crazy. Yeah.
That's where Witch Switch came from.
That's where Witch Switch came from. Yes, I love that. Perfect. I love that. I know. I think it might be Witch Switch. I think I'm going to make a label with Witch Switch and take this up to the lake with me. So I am not overly critical because it will be raining on Friday, which is fine. You take the weather as it comes. It's still going to be gorgeous and beautiful out there. Let it go, Virgo. I love it. It's a new day. Virgolicious, calming thoughts. Virgo, be kind. I know. I need all of you to help me name all my blends. This is so much fun. Okay, great. This has been an absolute delight. I can't wait to see what you'll be putting into your carts, what different things you'll be stocking up on. If you have any questions at all, just let me know. I meant to demonstrate this too. Let's not forget. So Marcy, who is one of our incredible Natural Living Club members, she's also in our certification program. She knows a lot about essential oil work. Many years ago, we had a group of people who were making clay aromaspheres, and Marcy and her mom have made some for us. And Marcy and I are in the process. Next week, we will resume the conversation when we're back from Holland Lake on the technicalities of getting a shipment over to us, and we will figure that out. So in the meantime, I wanted to just show you how passive diffusion can be just so much fun. You can take any kind of thing, and this is another, Marcy also sent another cool clay treasure. You can take any oil or any combination of oils and just passively, I won't do this now because this is my only set for right now until we get more in. So I don't want to put any oil on it right now, but I could take, for example, if I really wanted mental focus and clarity, I could take and just put a few drops of peppermint on here. And I could just put that on my desk and it will just passively infuse throughout the room. And you could put it in your closet, you could put it in a drawer, you could put it in your bathroom, whatever it might be. Maybe someone in your life needs to work on being overly critical. So you could do a blend for them, him or her or them, and put it in their bathroom so they're not being overly critical of you. And there you can have secret aromatherapy intentions for those that you love. And they won't feel any kind of negative effect except beautiful oils that will help them not think overly critical thoughts, which is kind of fun. Okay. I just want you to know that I absolutely love and look forward to Wednesdays with you. It's my favorite time of the week. I can't wait to join you and be with you next week, where we will be looking at different essential oil recipes and strategies to really help focus our mind, to really help with our concentration as we are going into this beautiful time of year. I love fall. Especially here in Montana. Now, something to put on your radar, a reason to become a Natural Living Club member. If you haven't already, please join us today. Not only do you get your free gift on any order over $30, which if you're going to place an order is a no-brainer, you get a $20 gift card to use, which you can use on your order today. You just have to use that gift card within 7 days. That's the only caveat with that. And you also will be getting an invite to our vision board workshop, which is happening September 12th. It's for Natural Living Club members only, where we are going to put together our vision board for our health, our own personal health journeys, with different goals we're going to set together as a group in terms of healthy food, in terms of exercise, aromatherapy, whatever it might be. We're going to create our own vision boards together. And then we are going to take that vision board through the rest of the year and finish strong together. A lot of times people like to just come out of the gate in January and have a fresh new year, new you. And I promise we'll be doing all kinds of those things too. But sometimes finishing the year out strong together can be just as beneficial and make us feel even better heading into January if we're already doing so many of the things we value, because we value a healthy, all-natural lifestyle. That's why you're here. So if you want a special invite to that workshop, it's for members only, Natural Living Club members, happening September 12th. We're going to do our vision boards together and finish the year out strong. All right, everyone, this has been fantastic. Natural Living Club members, I will see you inside the community soon. I'll post my recipe that we just made together with the inhaler blend, the witch switch, and I will see you soon. All right, bye for now.